let's see what's been posted on YouTube lately.
The main purpose for the development of SARMs was to prevent muscle wasting.
Have you ever been on a cycle? Max, have you ever taken any performance-enhancing drugs? Max, are you on steroids? And the answer is yes!
I'm taking all of them. I mean, look at my result.
What the f is SARMs?
What the fuck is SARM?
Who is natural in 2018?
SARMs are, it stands for Selective Androgen Receptor
Modulators.
Let me Google it. Shit.
Yeah, that helps, Zach.
Would you ever take SARM?
They are essentially synthetic steroids
being linked to diseases such as cancer.
They claim to be steroids without the side effects.
They're pretty much as bad as steroids in terms of side effects, and you should not fuck with that.
What have we done? I think we've broke the fitness industry, but for the better. What's going on, guys? Brandon Hardin here. Hope you're having a great day. In today's YouTube video, I thought I'd sit down and just have a conversation with you, not like the regular vlogs or a workout, just have a conversation with you and almost elaborate on a certain subject that's been going around the fitness industry lately. It's something that I've wanted to speak about for the past couple of weeks. I just want to have a conversation about how the fitness industry has almost transitioned, like slash evolve into a new light of honesty. Something you may have realized recently is some of your favorite YouTubers, people that you know of, are coming out or merely raising awareness about the subject of performance enhancing drugs. People that wouldn't necessarily talk about it are now talking about it, and that's something you may have realized recently going on in this YouTube space fitness community. It's being spoken about a lot more recently. If you've seen any of these videos, try not to get it confused with honesty and trying to make money on YouTube, because there will be a lot of people making these kind of videos to just make the bread. Like, a lot of people just want to put steroid, SARMs, performance enhancing drugs in a title or a thumbnail in order to get views and make more money. But rightfully so, this is most people's full-time career. Personally, I don't really think there's anything wrong with this, because at the moment it's a hot topic in the fitness industry. There is a demand for it. People want to know about this stuff now because it's being spoken about and people want to be more informed on the subject. So I think if the result of people making videos about this is just like resulting in people being more informed about these subjects, then I think it's fine. You may have no idea what I'm talking about, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna take you back to where this all began a couple of months ago when I was in the middle of my competition prep. At the beginning of my most recent competition prep about 4 months ago, there was something that was playing on my mind, something I was quite worried about. Are there going to be any negative questions? Is there going to be an outburst of negativity and hate in the comment section on my prep YouTube videos about me not being necessarily honest about my supplementation? Because this isn't really something I've spoken about before. I think some of my audience knew that I wasn't natural, but I hadn't made a video on it. I hadn't like broken it down or explained the fact that I wasn't natural. So I was conscious and a little bit skeptical, like kind of worried to say the least. Is there going to be a negative outburst on my channel about the drastic change in my body composition? As the weeks passed, as I continued to drop body fat, I started to receive more DMs, more emails, more questions in the comment section on my YouTube videos if I was natural, and accusing me of being a fake natural because of a video that I made 2 years ago, which was my 3-year natural transformation from the age of like 16 to 19, which I posted 2 years ago, and this transformation was made completely natural. So because of a video that I made 2 years ago, people painted me as someone that was basically full of shit, but they misconstrued that between then and now, and they mixed the two time zones together to call me a fake natural because of a video that I made 2 years ago. After reading the comments and the emails and all that kind of thing, I kind of thought about it for a while, and I got in contact with my sponsors to make sure it was okay with them about me coming out about not being natural, because obviously one of the reasons that a lot of influencers, social media people won't come out about their supplementation use is because they're scared of losing their sponsorship. So obviously when I got a green light from my people, it was okay to like talk about it, and it was something that I was worried about that I really shouldn't have been, because it was completely okay with them. So these people are kind of worried about nothing, and when I got the green light, I obviously was more inclined to, you know, come out and make these videos. Unless the company's goal is to create this weird world where every person is wearing or using their products, you know, like some blonde-haired, blue-eyed Gymshark shit, the company's probably gonna be okay with you being honest to your viewers, because as long as you're still doing your job and essentially still making sales for your sponsorship. Like I was saying, after receiving numerous emails, DMs, Instagram comments and YouTube comments, it was about time to start introducing my supplementation subtly into the vlogs, and then eventually possibly making videos about it, but just start slowly integrating it into the vlogs that I was making on my competition series. I started out with a couple like, you know, subtle mentions, maybe like showing the supplementation or like pouring some pills onto a side, just like slowly integrating it. And then eventually I thought, like, I'm kind of just like beating around the bush. Why not just make a video just saying I'm not natural, or titling it something along those lines and breaking down what I'm taking on this competition prep? Because me hiding all this, I'm not gaining anything from that. Honestly, the weight that was lifted off my shoulders, something that I was like quite conscious of and quite worried about. Like I didn't know how it would be received because it hadn't really been spoken about on my channel before. Obviously, I'm well aware that it has been spoken about on YouTube before. There are YouTubers that do speak about this kind of thing. This was something that I'd never really come out about before. I was kind of like kicking myself for why I didn't do it sooner. After I made about 3 or 4 videos speaking about this subject, each video hitting around 300, like every video hit like over 250,000 views, some 300,000, some more. So collectively, there is over 1 million views informing people now about my supplementation, which, I mean, I wasn't really expecting like that many people to know about what I was doing on my competition prep, but obviously like it's 1 million views. I'm not going to complain about that. But honestly, one of the main things I was happy about was showing people how easy it is to be honest, and how good it feels to just be completely transparent with your audience, judging by the comments and having other content creators view my comments, in resulting in them doing something very similar to me, which was the main goal in the beginning. Before I made all these videos about my supplementation, by no means was I trying to hide it from anyone, by no means was I trying to lie or anything like that. It just wasn't a video that I really wanted to make. Obviously, I received the odd hate comment accusing me of being unnatural, but it wasn't really something that was like an issue, and it never really bothered me. I wasn't trying to be dishonest. I just wasn't really that bothered about, you know, I guess essentially reacting to the hate comments before. A couple weeks passed after I posted these videos, and I received a WhatsApp message from a really good friend of mine, and this is what the message states. Yo, actually got a quick question, need some advice. So I've taken SARMs in the past, and obviously when Philly and Fit made a video about me, everyone now just accuses me of steroids. I was thinking about making a video about SARMs and when I took them. I'm asking you, just because you've been honest about what you're doing, do you think I should make a vid? I then, about a week after that, received another message from another really good friend of mine, Mo Samuels, and they're both essentially asking me if they think it's a good idea if they come out about their previous use of SARMs based on what my opinion was on the response of when I spoke about what I was doing. I wasn't doing SARMs, I was doing steroids, something a bit more, you know, like intense. So obviously my thing was a little bit more severe because SARMs are essentially just weak steroids. If you don't know what SARMs are, you can click on the link in the description. I'm going to link Mo's video because obviously if you don't know what SARMs are and you want to be informed, this isn't an informative video about steroids or SARMs. This is just the story of how it's like evolved in the fitness industry now. He has an interview with a doctor, breaks down the side effects and if they're worth it and just a little bit more about it. So there's a link in the description to a really informative video about that. After they both read the comments in my YouTube video and witnessed how well received honesty can be, they decided to make videos about this as well. And I also think they both felt a lot of pressure being constantly accused about taking steroids, because that's what happens in the fitness industry. If someone looks, you know, remotely different to the, you know, the average, if someone looks like they have better genetics or they're just like, you know, gain more muscle, gain more strength faster than the average natural person, then they're bound to be on steroids, because how can anyone have better genetics than me? That's the mentality of the people in these comments. If you ever read a hate comment and they're just like, they must be on steroids because they gained 3 pounds of muscle and I didn't do that because I gained 2 pounds of muscle in 6 months, they must be on steroids. That's the mentality of some of these people, and if you're one of those people, you need to seriously reevaluate yourself, because that's not the way to be. You can't hate on someone because they've managed to make more progress in a certain area of life faster than you. That doesn't mean they're cheating or, you know, essentially taking something like SARMs or steroids to progress. It may just mean they have better genetics than you. In this case, obviously, Mo and Ryan obviously were taking SARMs, and obviously with the pressure that comes along with that, they obviously felt the need, based on, you know, learning about how it was received on my videos, more inclined to make the videos themselves, and I'm really happy that they finally did. After my videos and their videos now had their own degree of success, other content creators started to see this success and proceeded to make titles, thumbnails about the use of steroids, either raising awareness, coming out about it, or merely just putting it in their title or thumbnail just for views. Finally, finally, the steroid and SARMs conversation has made it onto social media. Obviously, like I said before, it was spoken about previously, but just not to the degree that it's being spoken about now. When I made these videos a couple months back, I had a conversation with my friends and my family, and they asked me if I was scared of any negativity coming from me speaking about these certain things, and they just asked me like, why not just not speak about it? But honestly, the thing that I said back to them is, if my honesty can have a ripple effect on the rest of the fitness industry and give people confidence, other content creators confidence to come out to their audience about their previous use, or you know, they're thinking about using something, if that can give them confidence to diminish the false expectations created by the past generation of fitness influence, because obviously over the past few years, these false expectations have given people literal depression. Obviously all the shit in the past about the shreds, the Devon physique photoshops, the Joey Swole, the Paige Hathaway photoshops. Not only are they like, taking steroids and lying about it, but they're also enhancing their pictures by photoshopping them and creating that much more false expectations, giving these like 14-year-old, 16-year-old lifters that want to attain these physiques but never will because they have no idea what it actually takes to get there. What I'm trying to get at is, if these videos that I'm gonna make, regardless of what happens to me, if it gives another content creator confidence to come out to their audience and to just be honest, then I win. I'm doing my job. The thing that I personally want to bring to the fitness industry, this is something that I've wanted from the beginning, but obviously like I hadn't previously had the voice to do so. The thing that I want to bring to this platform and these people's lives is just 100% no bullshit. This industry has been, destroyed by people in the past, and it's my job and it's your job and it's the other content creators' videos. It's your job to make this shit right. The thing that I want to do with this platform is to just show people that it's okay to be honest, and yeah, fuck it. With all that being said, I'm going to end this video with me just saying I am so happy with the way things are going in the fitness industry right now. I'm really pleased that the videos that I made created some sort of ripple effect and just shedded a good light of honesty on the fitness industry, because that's all I wanted to happen. I'm not claiming to be the guy that just changed everything, but what I've managed to do and what you guys have managed to do by sharing these kind of videos has just created a good effect on the fitness industry, and things are just looking up as far as like an honesty point of view and a transparency point of view. Quick disclaimer, obviously yes, this video was about supplementation, it was about SARMs, it was about steroids, but in no way, shape or form am I promoting the use of anabolics or SARMs by making these videos. Obviously I would recommend you not to take it. Personally, I think it's absolutely ridiculous unless you're going to have some sort of gain from it. Maybe you're doing a competition. If you're going to take steroids or SARMs, just be the biggest guy in the room or for a complete egotistical reason, I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth the health risks, it's not worth the side effects. Personally, take it from my experience, it is not worth it unless you're going to gain from it from a competition. If it's your sport, I completely understand. Obviously in the sport of bodybuilding, 95% of competitors are taking performance enhancing drugs. That's just the reality of things. If it's just to be the biggest guy in the room, be smarter. Do not do this shit, because honestly it is not worth it. So with that being said guys, I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. If you haven't already, join the Don Squad, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.